I'm making a very quick video to clarify the misconception that mortgage rates follow the Federal Reserve. That is not the case. Now, does it typically follow the Federal Reserve, the federal fund rate, shall I say? Yes, it does. But it's important to understand that mortgage-backed securities are more aligned with the bond market. What is the bond market? Well, first let's understand what is a bond. A bond works very similar to a CD, except instead of giving a loan to the bank, you are giving a loan to the government. I'm going to use this piece of paper right here. Now, this piece of paper is, look at it as an IOU. I am lending the government money, and I expect a return off the money that I am lending the government, right? That return is called the coupon. Mortgage-backed security, you can look at it as, let's look at this blanket right here. It's a mortgage note with a 6.5 interest rate. This is a 6.3 interest rate, 6.8 interest rate. These are all mortgage notes, right? You all get in all of these mortgage rates will give me a blended rate. They're all packaged into one. That is a mortgage-backed security. Now, what may occur is that when the Federal Reserve decides to start cutting rates, you may see some uncertainty from the bond market, right? Causing bonds to actually increase. Going back to what I said, mortgage-backed securities, they compete for the same business, the same investors. And because the bond yield is increasing, essentially meaning they're getting a better return now from borrowing bond. I'm sorry, as an investor, I'm getting a better return from lending lending money to the government, right? From bonds than I am from mortgage-backed securities. Well, mortgage-backed securities, that market is going to have to do something. They're going to have to increase rate to attract investors back in, right? They're competing for the same business. This is a possibility, right? We may see bonds increase with the Federal Reserve cutting rates. You may see investors in the bond market look for other equity plays, real estate, stocks, gold, oil, and bonds are going to have to do something, right? The bond market is going to have to appeal investors by increasing rates. And with that being said, mortgage-backed securities, they are competing for the same business. This may cause mortgage-backed securities to increase the return. Again, mortgage-backed securities, a whole bunch of notes, right? I want investors to buy these mortgage-backed securities while they may have to increase the return, or else investors are not going to be looking to purchase these mortgage-backed securities because they rather put it in bonds or other asset classes. What else may occur is that inflation may run up again, right? Maybe we'll see a little spike in appreciation in real estate. Well, that's going to as well cause mortgage-backed securities to go up. So I only bring this up. Why? Because we all make the assumption that when the Federal Reserve meets in mid-September, that automatically means, if they do cut, that automatically means that mortgage rates will come down. That doesn't necessarily mean mortgage rates will come down, because again, mortgage rates are more aligned with the bond market and not the Federal Reserve rate.